Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, Ibuka, and today we're talking about something really important, something that hits close to home for a lot of us. Cultism in Nigerian universities, it's a serious issue, and sadly, it's more common than many people think. Now, I'm not here to spread fear or paranoia. The goal is to empower you guys, to equip you with the knowledge to stay safe. Because knowledge, my friends, is power. We're going to be diving deep into the signs, the red flags that you need to watch out for. We'll break it down step by step so you know exactly what to look for. Remember, your safety is paramount, and it's always better to be informed than caught off guard. Let's get right into it. Okay guys, let's start with the basics. One of the most common ways cultists identify each other is through these really unique handshakes or signs. You know, the kind that involves all sorts of complicated grips, snaps, and taps. It's like their own secret code, right? And trust me, these handshakes are far from your regular, hey, what's up, kind of greeting. They can be quite subtle, almost like a quick flash that you could easily miss if you're not paying attention. But here's the thing. Why the secrecy? Why go through all that trouble to create these elaborate handshakes if you're not hiding something? Exactly. It's all about maintaining that air of secrecy and exclusivity, which is a major red flag. Now, I'm not saying that every unique handshake is a sign of cultism. But when you see it repeatedly, especially with the same group of people, it's definitely something to take note of. Pay attention to the context, the environment, and the people involved. If something feels off, trust your gut. It's always better to err on the side of caution. Another telltale sign of potential cult activity is a distinct dressing style. Now, I'm not talking about just having a unique fashion sense. I'm talking about deliberate choices that signify membership in a particular group. Think about it this way. Cultism is all about belonging, right? It's about being part of something bigger than yourself. And what better way to show your allegiance than by literally wearing it on your sleeve? Or in this case, your entire outfit. They might favor certain colors, like a specific combination that holds significance within their group. You might notice them always wearing a particular type of accessory, like a bandana, a ring with a unique emblem, or even a specific brand of clothing. Tattoos are another big one. These tattoos often hold symbolic meaning within the cult and are strategically placed to be easily identifiable to other members. Now again, I want to emphasize that not everyone who dresses a certain way is in a cult. But when you start seeing a pattern of these specific elements, the colors, the accessories, the tattoos, it's a sign that you need to be extra observant. Let's talk about social circles for a second. You know how, in university there are all these different cliques and groups? It's natural for people to gravitate towards others with shared interests. But cultism takes this to a whole other level. One of the key characteristics of cults is their exclusivity. They create this tight-knit, almost impenetrable circle that's very difficult to penetrate. You'll notice that cult members tend to stick to their own group like glue. They eat together, party together, and they're always seen in the company of the same faces. Now here's the thing. They're not just exclusive, they're also incredibly secretive. They don't readily share information about their activities or their whereabouts with outsiders. If you try to engage them in conversation about what they were up to, they might become evasive or even hostile. This secrecy is a huge red flag. Why the need to be so secretive if you're not involved in something shady? It's about control, about keeping their members in the dark and maintaining a sense of fear and loyalty. So, if you notice a group of students who are always together, who are very closed off, and who seem to operate under a veil of secrecy, it's best to steer clear. Let's talk about behavior for a bit. One of the most concerning signs of potential cult involvement is a pattern of aggressive or secretive behavior. Now, aggression can manifest in different ways. It could be verbal aggression, like constantly getting into heated arguments or making threats. Or it could be physical aggression, like getting into fights or damaging property. Cultism often thrives on a culture of intimidation and violence. They use it to assert their dominance, to silence opposition, and to maintain control over their members. So, if you notice someone who seems to always be on edge, who's quick to anger, or who has a history of violent outbursts, it's a major red flag. On the flip side, you might encounter cult members who are incredibly secretive about their lives. They might disappear for long periods without explanation, or they might be very evasive when you ask them about their whereabouts. This secrecy stems from the fact that they're often involved in illegal or dangerous activities that they want to keep hidden from the outside world. Remember, cults thrive on secrecy and deception. Look guys, let's not sugarcoat things. One of the most obvious and alarming signs of cultism is direct involvement in violent activities. This isn't just about getting into the occasional scuffle. We're talking about a pattern of behavior that indicates a blatant disregard for the law and the well-being of others. It could involve anything from physical assaults and armed robbery to kidnapping and even murder. These acts of violence are often used to settle scores, to protect their turf, or to simply instill fear in the hearts of their rivals and the community at large. Now I know what you might be thinking. Ibuka, wouldn't it be obvious if someone was involved in something that serious? You'd be surprised. Cultists are often masters of deception. They know how to blend in, how to appear harmless, all while carrying out their nefarious activities under the radar. They might threaten or even harm their own members to ensure their silence. If you hear whispers of someone being involved in something shady, if you notice unexplained injuries or if someone suddenly goes missing, don't ignore it. Guys, we've covered a lot of ground today and I want to leave you with this. Your safety is paramount. Cultism is a real danger in Nigerian universities, but it doesn't have to control your experience. By being aware of the signs, by trusting your instincts and by taking steps to protect yourself, you can navigate campus life with confidence. Remember, if you see something, say something. Don't be afraid to report any suspicious activity to the authorities. Your safety, and the safety of others, depends on it. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more important discussions. Stay safe and vigilant. If you suspect someone might be involved in cult activities, report it to the authorities immediately. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more informative content.